Hello and welcome to my Let's Play of Star Trek Online on the PS4. I am the Bigby82 and this is part 94 of my Discovery Era Science Officer playthrough. Apologise for that. I just had a new pop-up on YouTube about new moderators powers. Hopefully it's something to get rid of the spam bots, but we live in hope. Now if you're watching this back from its previously, this next statement or sentence is not really going to bother you, but if you're watching it live, I apologise that this was supposed to be scheduled for Monday and it's been done here on a Wednesday. The second one will also be done tomorrow, which is a Thursday. If you're watching this back, it's not going to make any difference to you. If you're watching it in the chain, 94 and 95 will be joined together, but if you're watching this live, then it was a disjointed one this week. Of course, do join me for my live streams if you are watching this back. The schedules are on my description of my channel, and so you're more than welcome to join me for when I do a actual live session. So we're going to undertake the next mission within the confines of the New Frontiers arc, where we're going to be heading to the Dranuur System to watch how the Kentari and the Lukari are doing in a joint effort for a colony world. When I last left them, they were negotiating a peace kind of peace between the two after thousands of years separated. So that's half of the mission, and then let's get the show on the road. Excuse me.
The Kentari and Lukari governments have begun work on a joint colonial site in the Dranuur System. Starfleet has been assisting both groups on the project, as have other Alliance members. I'd like you to join the effort and help them get things moving forward. There's been Zenkethi activity in neighboring sectors, and both the Lukari and Kentari have clashed with them in the past. Dranuur itself has little tactical value, but the Zenkethi are known to carry a grudge. Keep that colony safe.
Okay, so let's accept. Let's begin melting pot. But first, Captain's Log. Captain's Log, Stardate 87355.53. The Kepler is en route to the Dranuur System as I've been invited to the joint Lukari-Kentari Colony Project. End of log. GG log aside, let's go to the surface. We're on to the system. I hope everyone's well. I sound tired. Just put my car has just returned from its MOT. Cost me a lot of money, which is never good. That's what you get when you have a car that's 21 years old.
Welcome to the Dranuur System. Construction of the colony is underway and on schedule. We're lucky. We would have missed this system if the crew of our survey ship hadn't taken a closer look at the anomaly here.
I see. It's good to see you again, Captain.
And you. I'm glad you and your crew were available to assist us. As you can see, the anomaly orbits both the planet and its moon and appears to be stable. It's also very disruptive to long-range sensors. The USS Challenger's team has been very helpful. They've installed several planetary defense systems and provided modular building units for use at the colony site.
Starfleet is quite adept at colonial operation.
Captain LaForge is standing by on the Challenger. Let's not keep him waiting.
Acknowledged. Helm, set course for the Challenger's location. His model's sure to change when we see the new when Picard launches.
I hope the Dranuur anomaly didn't give you too much trouble getting here. We've been working with the Kentari and the Lukari to study it. We know it's some sort of subspace disruption, similar to what Starfleet has seen in the Delta Triangle. Not only does it cause sensors to behave erratically, but it seems to create a limited sort of cloaking field, both for the planet and the moon. Captain Pumarke and I have been collecting data on the anomaly, but we could use some more. Mind lending us a hand before we head down to the colony?
Of course.
Let's begin with a system scan. I've seen some strange data at that level.
Same here. It'll be good to get some more eyes on this.
We're having trouble getting any readings from the actual sensors, sir. The anomaly in this area is intense. We need to get to close range to get meaningful results. Triangulate the position for a new scan.
Curious. Isn't just our sensors, Captain LaForge.
Agreed. Let's calibrate sensors inside the anomaly. It might cut down on the interference.
It might, or it might not.
Very well. I've indicated an ideal area. Let's try again there. We're making progress, but I can't completely filter the sensor noise.
Let's study those asteroids. There could be clues in how the anomaly affects them.
It might. Science!
How peculiar. This material isn't orbiting, it's just drifting.
Minigames.
S-type asteroids, mostly iron and silicates. Nothing out of the ordinary.
One of our emitters is giving some strange readings. Let's take a closer look.
Looks like the emitter relays are offline. We'll need to realign them.
Scanning in progress. Well done. I'd like to run a spectral analysis at the indicated area.
Let's send a probe to the moon and collect some data on long-term anomaly exposure.
Agreed. But we'll need to get closer to the moon first.
That's a moon. It's like a planet. It's got an atmosphere.
Okay, we have some good data to work with here.
Our science teams have extensive facilities on Dranuur. They can help.
Sounds good. I'll see you planet-side.
Perhaps. Maybe I decide not to go planet-side, Captain.
I'm eager to show you the progress we've made here. We've done a lot in a short period of time, and I think you'll be impressed. Ready to beam down and see what we've been working on?
Let's go. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Of course, Jim. You can bring Jim all the time. Jim is important. Jim's the main character. It's the second main character in this story arc. She's not. No idea where the hell I even got him from. It's just funny. Another name for a bridge officer. I do apologise. I am not exactly firing on all cylinders. I'm a bit tired. I was up in an army where I was actually going to do these parts, carrying them on, but I need to, particularly with my Romulan, getting into the meat and gravy of the end arc for him. This used to crash. Hopefully it doesn't do it. I'd be very annoyed if it did.
Welcome to the colony. Kumarke was just telling me a bit about some recent energy tech improvements. Let's take a look around.
What they've already built is quite impressive.
As an engineer, I'm impressed by the technology that our partners brought to this project. Working with it has been a rewarding experience for all of us.
Lead on, Captain. Alright, we have Kama.
Welcome. I'm Kachima, one of the industrial designers. Our colony may be fairly new, but we've already accomplished a great deal. I hope you find our work here interesting.
The Federation is always glad to be of assistance with fetching colonies.
We're trying to build an industrial infrastructure while respecting Lukari design recommendations. It's, let's say, challenging. For instance, they've included considerable xenoscaping. They're committed to incorporating native plant life into the design spaces. It takes considerable effort, but it does mean that our structures are less susceptible to invasive problems with local plant life.
Aesthetic as well as functional. We'll keep an eye out for it.
Dranuur's quite the hidden paradise, don't you think?
We only needed a minimum level of terraforming here.
Technically, wouldn't it be Lukari forming? You wouldn't be terraforming. Terraforming would be for humans. Slight error there.
The fusion of Lukari and Kentari technology has been very effective.
Our integrated tech output continues to impress. This display will confirm that. As you can see, our energy grid uses an array of natural power sources.
This is the first of many hydropower sites on Dranuur. Beautiful, isn't it?
Good.
Quite a sight, isn't it? I'm surveying the output as part of setting up hydropower here.
How much power do you think the waterfall will generate?
I'd eyeball this at a base of 3 kilowatts, which doesn't seem like much until you consider that there are falls like this all over the coast. They seem to be active year-round. Now, the challenge will be to capture that energy without disrupting the ecosystem.
Notice you're wearing a breathing mask, but the air here isn't polluted.
My lungs were damaged by toxic gases on New Kentar. It's made me more conscious of the need to regulate the pollution that we generate, and more appreciative of what we have here.
Thanks for your time.
Come upstairs. There's an excellent view of the colony grounds. The beauty of this world will survive only if we work to preserve and protect it. Let's head up to the science lab. They're working on some exciting projects.
Like what?
As you can see, we've made considerable progress here.
Indeed. I'm quite proud of our achievements.
There's more to be done, but the foundation we've laid is solid.
That's good to know, Captain.
Fair warning, our researchers can be a bit eccentric. We should be able to get results from one of the lab consoles here.
Okay. So there's a massive amount of data coming in from the probe. Some of the things that stand out include the fact that the lunar scale is relative to the planet. Only slightly larger than Earth's moon, and that the moon has a high density core and a large amount of silicate and germanium dust. Nothing extraordinary, but it's just to underscore how much we've run into worlds that seem familiar to us. Very well. Let's see what the scientists have to say. Okay, you see the eccentric scientists, Ishur and Ushkan.
Ah, we've been expecting you. You've sent a good deal of interesting data to us. We've already been analyzing it. I'll let my companion Eshel explain the findings in more detail.
We thought so too, which is why we came to see what you've been able to uncover.
Thank you, my dear. The first thing I realized is that the inert particles should be orbiting to obey gravity, rather than holding position. I've been focusing my attention there, while Ursha has been reviewing the logs from the disabled satellite. Here, check the probe data from the moon. If some outside force was acting on the particles, it should also be affecting the moon.
That might just be the symptom of a larger issue affecting the particles, though.
Odd that the moon is still orbiting normally, but the dust particles are not. This data says that the moon is 55% germanium crystal. That's unusual.
That's the same crystal we found on Draconif 2.
Funny. My ocular implants are picking up a noticeable amount of germanium here. There wasn't any outside. Where did that come from?
Germanium in here, too?
Ah, we do have a few of the crystals here. Oh, strictly for study, of course. Don't worry. The anomaly prevents outside scans from detecting them. Oh, they're very safe down here.
Your what?
Here, I'll show you.
You brought those here, despite the danger they present?
This was the best way to study them. We needed the lab's facilities.
Oh, besides, we were just gonna take them back to the moon when we finished.
Just a moment. I'm getting a message.
Hello.
Captain Kumarke, Zenkethi's ships have just entered the system. They're firing an unknown projectile at the moon. It's some kind of protomatter torpedo.
A protomatter torpedo? That's not good.
Their ships are turning toward the planet. If they have a torpedo, they may be able to hit us from orbit.
The Zenkethi are ruthless. We need to ready our defenses. Why now? Why are they so interested in these crystals?
The crystals! They're catching?
Well, hello there.
The Zenkethi are turning toward the planet. They're heading for us!
We need to get the colony's defenses online right now.
Got a full red alert. Planetary red alert. Notifying whoever. You know what? Why let me bitch slap him?
I think I can tap into their comms from here. Hold on.
Just get the defences up. Don't care about their comms. Badass with pistols.
That cargo is blocking the way. Head down to the beach and around.
We're still tapped into Zinkethi Hub.
Increase your efforts. Eliminate the defenses at once. Captain Paul, beam down for ground assault. Purge the Dranuur. It shall be done, Admiral.
Heard that person before. Just ran into him.
Turn off your defenses or be destroyed.
I wouldn't recommend that.
Are you here to bomb us or to eradicate this swarm?
There are only a few Dransuli here. Let's clear this place and be done.
Credits has burned sheds of scales again. You're on. Don't let me down. Keep your scales on.
Die, Dranuur.
These little softies are pretty tenacious. Which? The bugs or the colonists?
It's funny when they're a side dinosaur. Well, poor Lukari is very dead. I tried. Well, I'm going to have to shoot you now. And that would be most irritating.
The Dransuli infestation has been dealt with. Your assistance is appreciated. A suggestion? This colony has been using open communication channels. That is unwise. You never know who may be listening in out there after all.
Now that the menace is destroyed, there's no reason to attack this world.
Let me check my scanner. The infestation seems to be eliminated. Usually it's best to be absolutely sure, but there doesn't appear to be a need to waste a protomatter weapon. Don't make this mistake again. Take immediate action if you suspect the presence of Dransuli.
Thank you for your assistance. This colony world still has the opportunity to flourish. So Kepler ships are moving into attack position and we need you on the bridge as soon as possible. Okay. Come, Jim. The Zenkethi are on attack, Admiral. They're attempting to take down their defences. How does Zenkethi? Zenkethi are not replying to Hal's Admiral. Captain. They're on the direct course. What are your orders? Attack now.
We're still tapped into Zenkethi comms.
There's no threat. I witness things can be heard.
No fight!
We've got to take those ships down and protect the colony.
I am well aware, Captain.
Watch your flank.
These others aided us against the Dranuur. They can help us.
There's a power spike on the lead ship. That might be their new weapon.
Get this weakling out of my sight! Destroy these...
They changed their comms. Locked out. I'm going to get an accurate read of their weapon system. Cover!
I'm listening, Captain.
As you and I both know, planet Dranuur has been completely scourged of what we call Dransuli. There is no reason for further conflict between us. We will leave this system peacefully, if you are agreeable.
Very well.
A warning, the Autarch's resolve is unwavering. He will not rest until the Dransuli are no more, and he will not spare anyone in his way. Choose your side carefully.
Understood.
Zenkethi must be terrified of these Dransuli. They're willing to commit genocide to eliminate them, and Zenkethi don't scare easily. Fortunately, some of the Zenkethi are willing to see reason. Things could have been a lot worse if Captain Parr hadn't intervened on our behalf. For now, we need to let the Alliance know what we've learned here. Safe travels.
Indeed. Okay, it's Hal Command.
This new information on the crystals the Zenkethi have been attempting to eradicate is disturbing to say the least. Starfleet will be monitoring the worlds we know of that contain these eggs. We'll be doing all we can to study them, and, if necessary, protect them. Despite the incident at Dranuur, we don't know if this species is truly hostile. Finally, I've spoken with officials in both the Lukari and Kentari governments. They're going to proceed at Dranuur despite the incident. We will continue to assist them in this endeavor and protect them from any Zenkethi reprisals.
Okay, there's the premium set if you want it. It gives you 2 sets, gives you kinetic damage resistance, Tetron damage and maximum shield capacity, then 20% on turn rate, and then you get activating a cannon bridge officer ability, gives you 7.5 shield rating for 10 seconds. If you want to do that, you can just repeat the melting pot mission and you get the entire set. However, this is the end of part 94. When we return in part 95, we won't be doing the featured mission. That's a mistake. We'll be doing the, hasn't popped yet, Well, we'll be doing the mission Scylla and Carabatus, where we finally find out
Starfleet intelligence believes
what the Zenkethi are finally up against, why they're destroying these planets, and well, we'll find out why the Zenkethi are firing, blowing up these planets, and finally what these eggs actually are. Until then, I'm the Big B82. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe and comments are welcome, and I appreciate the thumbs up as well. And I will see you in part 95. Till then, ciao for now.